What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Everybody's favorite again, but not my favorite. Kind of an intro. I know it's been about another 2 weeks from the last reactions I did. It's if it's not one thing, it's another. That should be my new middle name. It just feels like when everything just, you just have everything kind of sorted out and it slowly falls apart. But I'm going to try my best to keep a positive outlook. But and another one of my least favorite things to do is ask for help again. I'll explain why. But before that, I'll leave the time in the video here. If you want to just skip through this and head right to the reaction, I'm more than okay with that. But for the ones who would like to hang around, I'll kind of explain what happened. So 2 weeks ago, as I said, when I did the reactions, when I came back, I'd be doing, I'll be every Tuesday and Wednesdays. That I would release reactions. Well, unfortunately, something happened again to where I had to go to urgent care. But this time it was for my right eye. It's weird. I woke up and my eye was just, it looked like my eyeball alone went 12 rounds with Tyson. That's what it looked like. It was awful. The pain, if you have like a hair in your eye and you can't get to it, the intensity of trying to get that out is like it's a mission on its own. The pain was so unbearable. I had to drive myself to the urgent care, and my eye is just like watering, bloodshot, swollen, and I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out why. So went there, and unfortunately, I haven't been back to work long enough to have my insurance kick back in. So long story short, they were able to see me. However, it was a $250 bill up front, which is absurd. But I had no other choice. So I get back into the room. She puts the dye. There's a dye that they could put in your eye and then turn off the lights and use a kind of a microscope to look into your eyeball and see what's going on. Well, I got nothing. She couldn't find anything. And it didn't make sense to me. I mean, it was some of the worst pain. I mean, I'm tattooed all over. And this is some of the worst pain I've ever been in. And she said I would need to call an optometrist. Okay, well, I come home and I try to fight through it, the pain, I even have a goofy ass, you guys should have seen me wearing this stupid thing, this stupid little eye patch. It almost looked like a breast cover, like a nipple cover. But anyways, I wore that. I mean, sure, it helped because it kept my eye kind of sealed in the dark. But anyways, I make a call to the optometrist. She mentions that, of course, without insurance, payment would have to be up front, and that was about $330, which I didn't have because I just spent the $250 for no reason, as what I felt like. Anyways, she mentioned, the optometrist receptionist mentioned something along the lines of an infection due to Crohn's disease, because I did mention I had Crohn's, and off the top of my head, I believe it was called uveitis, which is kind of inflammatory. The eyeballs gets inflamed because of the immune system is so weak. Anyways, so I was kind of stuck, and finally the next morning I had enough. So eventually I ended up going to the emergency room. Luckily, The emergency room was able to take me, and I can make payments to the emergency room. Unfortunately, I can't make payments to the urgent care, which screwed me at. Anyways, they got me finally back in there. About an hour in the waiting room. Everything's just in severe pain. Eye is just draining tears, and the doctor came in and she put a numbing agent in there, and I tell you what, it was like I was brand new again. So she kind of did the same thing that the urgent care doctor did. However, this doctor, I don't know if it was the kind of equipment that they had. She was able to find, apparently I had a huge gash in my cornea. So a huge cut, like in my cornea. I have no idea, because I didn't have any trauma. I didn't do anything. And for the life of me, I don't know how, why, whatever. I'll try to cut the story short. So they gave me antibiotics, and she hit me with a couple more shots of that numbing agent. I tell you what, that numbing agent is incredible. But anyways, they also gave me something called Bactrican zinc, which is it's almost like a Neosporin that you kind of put under like the bottom of your eyelid, and you kind of let it get in there. It's like a Neosporin type of a thing. So for the first couple days, I had like this. My vision was kind of blurry because of all that goop in there. But within about 48 hours, the pain was gone, and I'm back. So I apologize for the long, drawn out story. But it just seems like with me, it's like one thing after another. And hopefully this is kind of the start of me getting back to being normal again. So with all that said, unfortunately, I do need help again, because that 250 was intended for bills coming up this week. So if anybody would like to help or can help, it would be truly appreciated. The medication that I had to have filled was about $30, so about $280 in total, until I can get back to a normal routine. And there was no way I wanted to lose my eye. So it had to be done. Things, and it's crazy to me the amount, and some places are willing to help, like let you make payments, like the emergency room versus an urgent care. Urgent care wants that money right now, and what I walk out of there with, nothing but a bill. It blows my mind, just ridiculous. So, anyways, I'm back again. Hopefully, like I said, every Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll keep dropping more reactions. And please, if you would like to help, I'll leave the links in those, right next to me. And if you do donate, please leave me a request. It's only fair that I, give back something, if you're willing to help. So, if you would like to, it would be truly appreciated. So with that said, I guess, like I said, I'm back, and enjoy the reaction. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We got more Nightwish. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we go. Long overdue, Nightwish. This one is The Weave. This one is a lyric video, so I'm not going to do too much talking. I did plenty of that in the intro, so we're going to dive right in. It's been too long. It's been way too long since I've heard this woman's beautiful voice. I can't remember the last reaction I did to Nightwish. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it also had the butterflies here. Can't remember. Man, I really wish I could figure out the name of that song. Tales of something. I can't remember. But boy, the visuals right now are reminding me a lot of that. So I don't know if this is like a precursor or like, like the aftermath of that song. Oh man, it's gonna drive me nuts. All I could think of is just right here is this guy's butt, just casual butt cheeks on screen. No, it's giving me the Nightmare Before Christmas vibes with the chanting and the darkness to the entirety of the song. I'm just waiting for what's his name. Oh God, Jack. Isn't it Jack? For him to jump out of somewhere. It's giving me the creepy vibes, but it's awesome. It demands your attention. It's kind of where I'm getting at. Oof. Okay, so it was bugging me enough to where I had to look it up. An Ocean of Strange Islands was what I was thinking about, the song that reminded me with all the butterflies and the visual effects. So, with the magic of editing, it's like I didn't even cut anything out. So that was my reaction to the Weave Nightwish. Floor's voice is once in a lifetime. It honestly, truly is. Her voice is angelic, and it can be deadly. It could be deadly, which is a hell of a combination. Her voice is just amazing. And like I was saying, that this song was a little bit darker, and I don't, like I said, I don't know if it had anything to do with the previous video, like I mentioned, but the symbolism, with the butterflies, it kind of caught my attention. So I don't know if they're connected. Let me know if they are. It'd be pretty cool if they were. So that said, I'm glad to be back. And if anybody out there would like to help, the links will be down below. And if you choose to, please leave me a request, so I can at least give something back to you guys as well. So I'm glad to be back. I'm gonna start pumping more reactions out. Start getting to more Nightwish, even the older stuff. Getting to more Floor stuff. She needs to be more known. I believe she's one of the greatest talents out there. So, with all that said, I appreciate all you guys and your patience and your support. And I will see you guys very soon on the next one. All right, guys, take care.